Going.
walked into the same room, but I don't really care no more. Wait, am I alone?
I'm Nick.
I'm Slayden.
And this is just two guys talking. So we have our first video interview podcast for y'all today, and we're here with Joe, Trace, Conor, Matt, aka Parrotfish. Mm-hmm. Welcome.
Hey, thanks guys for having us.
Yeah. All right, so just right off the bat, y'all are from like the Florida area minus Trace, like Tampa.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Cool.
So first of all, just like coming up to Nashville, how would you compare the music scene in between Florida and Nashville?
There's definitely a lot more happening in Nashville, I feel like.
Yeah.
Tampa's got a lot of good like SoundCloud rappers and
Yeah, South Florida.
But
yeah.
in terms of like
For sure.
live music and bands and people like
It's a little dry.
working together,
Yeah, we were like the only.
It's hard to find.
We were really the only other band in our
Yeah.
high school, like at all.
Yeah.
So y'all knew each other in high school? The
Me,
three of
yeah.
y'all?
Matt, and Joe. Yeah, we all went to
Okay.
high school together.
Oh, okay, cool.
We all met in an all-dudes Catholic school.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah,
That sounds
there
fun.
you go.
That's cool.
So it wasn't-
And then Trace, where'd you get picked up?
We'll have Belmont.
Oh, okay,
When
there
we
you
came to
go.
Belmont, I lived right across the street.
Actually, our moms, not my mom, but Joe and Matt's moms were like, "There's a drummer like right down the hall. Y'all should go." Because we came here without
Sure.
our drummer from high school. They were like, "Go check him out." And then we were like, "Probably not gonna be our drummer. He's the first guy
They were like, Mom.
we met." And then now he's our drummer.
Mom, God. Hey, there you go. Where are you from, Trace?
I'm from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Little town called Granbury.
Okay, sweet,
Cool,
sweet.
cool. So Parrotfish, we actually didn't know there's actually a fish
Yeah.
called Parrotfish. But
Real
where did
fish.
y'all get the name?
Like, how did you decide on
Yeah,
Parrot?
how did you decide on that?
Man, you know, we actually deciding on a name was actually very difficult in high school. We all had different names. Matt, what were some of those names?
Me and Joe were together since freshman year of high school, and that was when I joined the band, and you guys were White
We were
Out.
Whiteout, Welcome to Wanderer, Red Hinge was one Matt thought of that was lame.
Parallel Soundscape
Oh,
was,
Joe.
Parallel
wish every day
Soundscape.
that we were Parallel Soundscape.
I voted on the Quadruple Threat Quartet. I thought that was pretty cool. But so me and our old drummer, it was our junior year of high school. We were in the Tampa Aquarium and we saw Parrotfish and we're like, oh, that thing's super cool. And like, that'd be a dope band name.
And
So,
then we were playing like a battle of bands, and then like they were like, "You need a band name," and then we kind of just like, Parrotfish was the only, honestly, Parrotfish was the only one we could agree on.
yeah, I guess
That was really it.
Hey, there you go. Well, that works.
But the fish itself is dope as hell.
it's a marvelous
It
fish.
kind of
It is.
surprised me. It didn't look like it looked like some kind of Photoshop.
Yeah, and they can like transform.
Really?
Gender man. They
Huh.
switch.
Really?
Yeah, they're sick. They
There you go.
That's true.
We kind of came up with a deeper like meaning of Parrotfish,
We did.
like when we were in the Bahamas for spring break just recently, because it's like you look at a parrotfish and it's like it like doesn't look like any of the other fishes, and it's like it looks like a bird in the
Yeah,
water
yeah.
rather than like a fish out of water.
An
Whatever,
aquatic
like
bird.
that.
So we
Yeah.
want to be birds in water.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's the goal of the band now.
Yeah, yeah.
Different birds.
So,
Birds and water.
with you, Trace, like, how long have the four of you been together?
So, yeah, at the beginning of freshman year, we started playing, and I guess I was more just playing for their shows, you know, as the drummer, and then until that kind of morphed into me being part of the band.
okay.
So,
Cool.
technically, we've been playing for like almost 3 years now. So.
All right, sweet.
Yeah, probably it's what, like 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 probably officially.
Yeah.
Close to
That's
Time
cool.
flies.
All right, just really quickly, in terms of movies, I want to just go down the line and see comparison between these two. You got to pick one. So I'm going The Matrix trilogy, all of The Matrix, or Gladiator.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh!
I know mine.
God.
I know mine
off the
too.
bat.
I have to go with Gladiator.
I know that, yeah.
Because I've only seen the first Matrix.
Okay.
But also, I mean, Gladiator's just so fucking
So
good.
dope,
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like so Matrix is one of my favorite movies ever. Though.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, but I haven't seen the rest of the trilogy. I've only seen the first one. So.
Did
Oh,
you just
okay.
see it with us when we just watched it like 2 months ago?
No, like a couple
Oh,
years ago.
okay.
Yeah.
You watched the whole trilogy?
We actually have we have
I've
a big poster behind our stage at home of Russell
Of
Crowe's
Russell Crowe's
Gladiator.
Gladiator.
Oh, hell yeah.
So
Hell yeah.
we Gladiator, yeah, man.
I guess we have to pick Gladiator.
Yeah.
I have to
Yeah.
go with The Matrix. I love The Matrix so much. I love Gladiator. I watched both of those with my dad when like all the time, but Matrix is definitely chief for me.
For sure.
What about you guys?
Oh.
I'm going Matrix because I haven't seen Gladiator, but
Oh well then.
I think-
yeah, it's like
Okay, so we've been watching this show on HBO called Westworld, and it's like, yeah, it's
I
good
haven't
shit.
seen it.
Yeah,
show.
so it's like all about like AI and stuff like that or whatever. So we've been like really big into like the reality, like
Yeah.
that type of thing. So like Gladiator is a fantastic movie. Like I love Gladiator, but I think I'd have to go to Matrix
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What it means.
Yeah, there's just
Yeah,
many,
exactly.
There's so many levels to The Matrix. That
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really scary, kind of.
Yeah, I've only seen the first one. I'd have to see the other two.
The first one's the best for sure, I'd say. Yeah, and it
I
kind
would
of
agree.
yeah, but they're all good. Okay, so in terms of y'all's sound, first of all, give me some influences, just like individually, of like some different bands that you kind of like pull some style from, and then like just describe what you think of the band style.
Start.
You can start. John.
I guess as far as guitar influences, my 3 probably biggest influences are John Frusciante from the Chili Peppers, Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead, and Mike Eisinger from Incubus. But yeah, I mean, I listen to a ton of stuff. I feel like I seek a lot of influence from like soundtracks and film scores. I'm really into that. Like all the music from Westworld. I love that stuff.
Oh yeah, that intro track to Westworld is really nice.
The composer also does Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He kills it. Yeah. But been into King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard lately.
Oh
They're awesome. Tame Impala. Yeah. Go for it, Charles.
I guess in terms of drumming influences, recently I've been really into like everything Questlove does, the Roots, and even I mean anything he's done. So I guess Questlove plus, I mean, the 1975 for some reason it has crept in. I mean, I love them, and we wrote a song that I use a lot of influence from there.
Okay.
And then just kind of the new hip hop thing that's going on.
Yeah.
Bad, Not Good.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And all those, I don't even know what to call it. The new hip hop.
It was some artists like that you would kind of put into that category, like the new hip hop. Like what exactly are you like going for with that?
Do you know who Tom Misch is? It's
Yes.
I wouldn't even say it's hip hop.
No, but I hear you. I know what you're saying.
I would kind of like put that into that new like sound.
Yeah.
I guess.
Would you put Childish Japes in there too?
Definitely Childish Japes. JP Buete is a drummer that I love, so everything he's doing, kind of pull influences from everywhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Kind of push it along too and make my own thing within that sound.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. I've been listening to like a bunch of old Vampire Weekend again. Man.
Oh, nice.
Like,
Yeah.
They're coming out with an album soon.
Oh, really?
I think this year at some point. And like,
Okay.
I've been taking that, and then just watched 8 Mile the other day, man. Eminem, just freaking, I don't know, just brings me back. I get like some, just lyrically, I like love Eminem. I don't know. Yeah, it's a hard question.
Yeah, we
So
usually
much.
like all listen to each other's music too, because
Yeah,
we're together
Really, that's true.
and like love it. But yeah, I really like if I had to pick like one band to like listen to forever, it would probably be Ween, just because I really like bands that like just change a lot, you know. And I think Ween, like, I don't know, they just play different songs all the time. But then in terms of bass, like obviously Flea from the Chili Peppers, like when I started out, and then I don't know, just like like hip hop's, like Dr. Dre has got really great bass lines and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Just a bunch of different basses. Yeah, and Vampire Weekend's kind of another Ween.
I feel like we've all been kind of getting
really cool.
really hard into Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, because they're like genreless. Like you can't pin Vampire Weekend down to like one.
I think that's gonna happen a lot in the future.
Yeah.
Kind of just like I feel like genres a lot of times kind of hold people back a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's too easy to put people into genres. So I feel like now, like in the future, like we're gonna see a lot less of like, oh well, they're this or they're this, because like in a lot of like up and coming music, I've noticed it's like really hybrid genres, like just like really well mixing different things. So I feel like that's kind of. I mean, there'll still be genres, I'd figure, but I feel like it'll be harder to classify stuff.
I've honestly been like, I gain a lot of inspiration from, I'm huge into like musicals, and I just went to New York with my sister and saw Dear Evan Hansen as like a musical that came out, and I just like love like taking like that type of like vocals and trying to bring it into like, what we can do and stuff like that. I think it's cool.
What are some of your favorite musicals?
That, Billy Elliot, and Hamilton I saw was pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Who's the guy that's in Hamilton that also does the rap group Clipping? I'm trying to think of who it is off the top of my head. I can't remember. It's one of the main characters that was on Broadway.
Was he like from the main cast?
Yeah.
Did he play Aaron Burr?
I think potentially. He's got like longer curly hair.
I don't know.
Okay, well, there you go.
But it's interesting. I can see how like all of you are very diverse in your influences, but I can see kind of this string of how they all connect together.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Just the goal.
Yeah.
That is the goal.
Yeah.
Gotta make it
Trying
cohesive.
to,
Exactly.
trying to get a bird in water, man.
Just a puzzle piece. But,
Because like sometimes you'll just have it where it's like, oh, we're all four playing together by ourselves, like individually, but we're kind of together. But like then you wean it in, it's like, okay, now we're playing like as one unit. Kind of. That's like the goal.
Yeah, and it's good because we listen to a bunch of different like types of music too, so it even makes it more.
So how long did it take, or like was it immediate for y'all to kind of get cohesive playing with each other?
Honestly, I feel like we really
did.
didn't hone into our sound until we moved in together.
Okay.
And like got
Started playing like every day. And
now we're playing so much like the kind of like direction was there, but we weren't really that tight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say we're not even like there. Yeah, I mean,
It's a process. Yeah, I mean that's how I feel.
The direction is, and we all kind of knew what we were going for.
Yeah.
I wanted to do.
Yeah. And I guess we've always been open to each other's ideas. We've always seen Parrotfish as a, just total collaborative process. We're all just a puzzle piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely been.
So songwriting is pretty equal between the four of you. Okay.
We pretty much all write our own parts, but then also like help each other.
We do like a lot of arranging phases of like where parts go.
We like jam when we write. I feel like
Yeah.
Go down space.
Sometimes.
Cool.
So how would y'all describe your sound?
I feel like we're trying to be genreless. Like another deep meaning of the parrotfish. The parrotfish can actually change sexes, so we're like, parrotfish changes sexes as the band changes.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think we kind of do. Like we take it song. We try to just take it song by song, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Like we'll be like, okay, this song is more of a hard rock kind of song with some reggae in it or something.
We've definitely been. I feel like we've definitely been trying to do a lot of like the rock with like hip hop drums.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been definitely getting this EP that's coming up too. Like one of our friends told us, he was like, I don't think you guys realize that you kind of just made a hip hop EP. But I don't know if I agree.
I don't think really.
Because
drums maybe.
It's also we kind of just have to say we're a rock band, 4-piece
bass.
It's not like we don't.
That's kind of rock band straight.
Rap stuff in it, but
it's literally if you get the video game Rock Band, it's the pieces they give you.
Yeah, the staples.
Y'all said you have an EP coming out?
Yeah. Oh,
when's
sorry,
that?
I thought we. Good segue.
In June.
It should be done in June. Yeah, we're gonna release 2 singles before.
Okay, sweet.
And one of them we're playing today.
Hey,
All right.
very
There
nice.
you go.
Very nice.
Exclusive.
Yep.
Yeah. Random question. All right. If you have a grizzly bear, we're going with
this one. Okay.
Right. If you have a grizzly bear and it's on the beach for whatever reason, it's in water, let's say like belly button to nipple deep.
Yeah.
You got a great
Let's say
white,
nipple deep. That's the standard.
I don't know, but like if it's nipple deep, you gotta understand the water's like here, so it has to have its arms up here.
Okay.
So somewhere in this range, great white shark, who's winning?
Grizzly bear against the great white shark?
Yes.
I gotta give it to the great white shark.
I think shark.
Grizzly's in his turf, man.
Yeah, man.
That's his world.
I think so too.
But what about if the bear gets the claw on the gills?
Are they?
I mean, okay.
Plus bears. Bears like they catch fish. I mean,
and they're good swimmers.
Yeah, they are good swimmers.
So this is what I'm thinking. Like a shark can't swim backwards. Okay. So unless the shark can somehow like drag the bear underwater or just cleanly bite through it, I feel like if it's biting into the leg, the bear is just instinctively going for the head.
And bears have tough skin.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
got arms too.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have to see it play out, man.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
We thought
Is
about
the water clear?
Yes.
Murky? Okay, the water's clear.
Yeah.
Then I'd maybe give it to the bear.
Maybe they would just discuss their differences and not fight. Maybe they
There we go.
What are they fighting about?
Why are they fighting? Why are we really fighting?
A deeper issue of the situation.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess you guys raised some good points. I really don't know.
Yeah. Maybe we could just have like a diplomatic parrotfish swim in, just like break All right, so what songs are y'all playing for us today?
So first we're playing a song called Miami, which is going to be a single for the EP, and then another song off the EP called In the Dark.
Okay, so I know Miami deals with some themes of like depersonalization and some other things like that. Talk about that a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, so we all just kind of like, this is tough, wow. Okay, we all like would just kind of like would feel like sometimes like talk about like different like depersonalization things going on within us, and then it's like Miami's kind of like the beginning. The first words are like driving through Miami, but it couldn't be me because like I'm looking in the rear view, but there's nothing to see, and just kind of like about that just kind of like points where you're like kind of like excited about stuff and like you're feeling like good, and then like all of a sudden like you'll just like fall back into this like, wait, like what's even going on?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What am I even doing? Like here, kind of like I don't know, like you just like are having like a good time, all of a sudden you'll just kind of like snap out
Stop
of it, kind of
having
get
a good
out, like
time.
you'll kind of almost be outside yourself, like looking at a situation.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think a lot of us we were just talking about those certain times that like was happening to us, and so we kind of just started like writing about it.
Yeah,
So yeah.
definitely. So in terms of Miami, like were y'all in Miami when you were writing that?
Honestly, no. I wrote it about just like a specific time when I was with one of my exes, just in Miami,
Yeah.
and so and also it was just kind of. I honestly like it was just kind of catchy, like Miami.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was like, so I was like with my ex, and it was just like kind of a shitty relationship. So I was kind of like thinking back to like times when I like wasn't really like myself and stuff like that, and like, so like that's where Miami came from.
Definitely. Awesome. And then for the second one, what are some themes in that one?
We're still picking those out. I don't know. We kind of wrote those as they came, like kind of just like what words sounded good coming out to each other, and then you kind of see what they're about afterwards. I don't know. I think it's about kind of like maybe some kind of relationship with
Definitely
a lady or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
It's not that one's not really a specific like,
yeah,
relationship. It's more just like because that one me and Matt pretty much wrote all the lyrics like together. Like we both did different parts of it.
I don't know. I get sometimes. I mean, because we talk a lot about like we got a lot of like just cycles.
That was the main
like,
thing.
Yeah, it's like that's kind of a theme.
It's kind of like also about just like I feel like how hard it can be like to like move on from like people in your life that you kind of need to move on from, and then like relationships, like friends, even like whatever, but like just like about the cycles that I guess you go through where like with people and relationships in your life, like cycles of like people coming in and out of your life, and like how you deal with that, I guess.
Yeah,
and I guess well, and I guess also like it like I don't know, kind of like can hurt, but then you kind of have to force yourself to be indifferent about it almost, like kind of emotionless.
Like sometimes it's like for the best.
Yeah.
Like it's for the best, but it's like it's gonna suck for a while.
Yeah.
And just like being able to be like, all right, I just gotta make the decision. Rip the Band-Aid off. There we go.
Stoic face. Yeah. Move forward.
You gotta detach.
Yeah. Yeah.
The song itself kind of goes back. It keeps going back to like there's two parts, and they keep kind of flipping back and forth. So it kind of relays this. Okay, I'm in it, out of it, in it, out of it. Just that mundane
cycle kind
of life, right?
Yeah.
That's a cool.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's a theme throughout the entire album.
That's kind of the theme of the whole EP that we're going for.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of this summer, what are you all doing?
So I'm actually going on a Maymester in May, so I'm gonna be going for all of May.
Where are you going?
To Portugal, Poland, and London.
Oh, that'll
like
be
3 weeks, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
So we'll pretty much just be probably writing.
Yeah, we should be writing at the Hoos.
Cool.
And then
And then in July, we're working out a tour right now.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah,
Awesome.
hopefully we can get that.
Rolling around. Yeah.
See what happens with that.
Sweet. Well, got a lot of good questions. Do you want to just go to the songs?
Yeah, we can do that if you want
Sweet.
to. Yeah.
Well, thanks for talking with us, guys.
Cool.
Thanks,
Good
man.
work.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. That was fun.
Definitely. There you go.
All right.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good.
Driving through Miami, but it couldn't be me, 'cause I'm looking in the rearview and there's nothing to see. Oh, please, give me a break. Obligations weighing hard on my chest. If I don't burn out, I'll probably head to the west. Oh, please, give me a break. Dishes in the sink and we're all employed, but at least we got problems to avoid. Oh, please, give me a break. Everybody's really bleeding me dry. I was supposed to cut the silence with these muffled cries.
Bye.